Hi guys, my name is Veronica Watson and I am a travel business owner. I specialize in taking the scripts out of travel. I book accommodations, transportation to and from and in destination, rental car service, event tickets, travel protection, excursions, and etc. I can plan your entire trip and handle any issues that come along the way. You can follow my business page at Bucket List Adventures Agency on Facebook, and you can join my travel group at Bucket List Adventurers. My tip today for you guys is kind of long, but my tip is get travel insurance. I know people usually decline travel insurance because they don't see the importance of it, but especially after everything we've been through in the last year or so, it is very important for you to get some type of travel insurance when you're booking your trip. Travel insurance can help you in multiple ways. If you get travel insurance, it can cover trip delays, interruptions. Even if you end up for some reason having to cancel your trip, as long as it is for a reason that is covered by your insurance policy, you can cancel. Usually with some type of penalty, depending on the insurance policy, the most that you would generally pay is you would get your money back with the exception of the cost of the travel policy or the travel protection plan. When you have travel protection, it covers travel cancellation. Some policies cover medical emergencies. It's especially important to have those medical emergency coverages whenever you travel internationally, because most of the times when you travel internationally, your health insurance policy that you have with your job or whatever the case may be does not cover you when you're out of the country. So if you get sick or have some type of emergency, medical emergency or accident or something, you will be stuck with that bill if you don't have travel insurance or travel protection to cover your medical expenses. Most of the time when you're in an international destination, they want you to pay like immediately upon receiving services. So if for no other reason to have travel protection, it's definitely important for you to have travel protection just for that medical emergency coverage. It also covers if you lose your luggage, if the airport loses your luggage, or if your luggage is for some reason delayed. Like I know sometimes they put your luggage on a separate plane from the one that you're on, or it's supposed to get changed from one plane to the next, and somehow it doesn't get where it's supposed to be. If you have travel protection, you will be like reimbursed for whatever money you have to spend to pay for new items until you get your luggage when you're in destination. Travel protection also covers if you booked some type of tour, and you get to destination and for some reason the company is up out of business or whatever the case may be. Now all of a sudden you've paid for this tour and it's not available. You can file a claim with your travel protection and receive some type of refund. You can also file a claim if you have airline tickets, because most of the time if you purchase airline tickets, the airline won't give you a refund for your airline tickets. If you have to cancel your trip for some reason, you will only get a travel credit at best, meaning they'll give you some type of credit with the airline to purchase another ticket at a different time to a different destination or something like that. But if you have travel protection, depending on the type of policy you have, you can actually get a refund for those airline tickets. But it's always stipulated in your travel protection policy what's actually covered and what you will receive when you file a claim. You have to always make sure that you file a claim in a timely manner also to make sure that you are eligible for whatever claims you're making. So as soon as there's an issue, as soon as you can file a claim, go ahead and get the process started. So you're making sure that you're meeting whatever type of deadline the insurance policy may have for you being able to make a claim for whatever incident you incurred. Um, Let me see. I'm looking at my notes, guys. So bear with me for a second. I'm trying to make sure I'm covering everything that's covered. Also, if you have a delay on your trip, just say you were trapped at the airport, your flight was supposed to leave, and you had a connecting flight, and now because your original flight didn't leave on time, you missed your connecting flight. Well, if you have travel protection, you can file a claim with your travel protection policy, and you can get some type of compensation for your trip being delayed. You can get money back for your rebooking your flight, for the meals you had to pay for while you were stuck at whatever accommodations, and also for the accommodations. So just say the airline didn't put you up in a hotel, but they canceled your flight, and now you had to pay out of pocket for a hotel stay overnight because your flight was canceled. You can file a claim to your travel protection policy holder, and you can get some type of reimbursement for those funds that you had to spend to get accommodations and food when you were delayed on your trip. Also, it's important to have your travel protection, because sometimes when people travel, they think, "Oh, I'll just use my credit card to cover if anything comes up," or "Oh, if I lost my cash or whatever the case may be, I'll just use my credit card to cover." And in some cases, your credit card may not work. Your bank may not authorize it for whatever reason, or some type of hinky situation happens, and now you're stranded with no money and no credit card. If you have travel protection, you have some type of recourse if you get into that situation where you don't have your credit card or you can't use your credit card, and now your bag is stolen or your wallet is lost or whatever the case may be. You can file a claim with your travel protection. So those are all reasons why it's important to have some type of travel protection. Every travel protection plan is not the same. They all have different amenities. So you just have to look at the policies and choose which features or options that you think you need the most, which plan covers what you find most important or most necessary. I, for one, always buy travel protection because there is no telling when something happens and now you have to cancel your trip. Trust me, I have been the one, even as a travel agent, who didn't buy proper travel protection and lost my money on a trip because I ended up having to cancel and I couldn't go on the trip. And now I've spent my money and I don't have the proper travel protection, and now I can't get a refund of any sorts on this trip that I've just spent this money on. So it's very important to have some type of travel protection. You can buy an independent travel protection plan policy with companies like Ali, uh, I think it's Alizon. Alizon is the way you say their name. And there's a couple other companies that you can independently go and buy a travel protection plan from. You can also, if you're using a travel agent, pretty much any travel agent will automatically give you some type of travel protection because we just do. Like, you're not booking with me if you don't buy travel protection, because there's always something that happens. Somebody wants to cancel at the last minute, now they want their money back and they don't have travel protection. I can't. There's nothing I can do. I can't get your money back. It's gone. So I'm not booking a trip without travel protection. It's in your best interest not to book a trip without travel protection, because anything can happen between the time you book this vacation or this trip and the time that you actually get ready to go on the trip. And most policies cover um, a certain type of incident that will cause you cancel. Like, if you're sick, your family member is sick, your spouse, your child. Even some policies cover for if you have like a sibling or a parent, or some, like if you have a sick family member and they have a caregiver. Now the caregiver can't take care of them, so you need to cancel your trip. Like, some policies will cover for even that type of incident. So just make sure that you look at your policy. Make sure you read the fine print to see what's covered. Make sure you find out all the details about how to file a claim. If you should have to file one, make sure you read the details about the process, how long you have to file it, who you need to call. Um, if you're in destination and something happens, you need to have that number to, this is who I call if I'm in out of the country and something happens and I need to make a claim on my policy, just make sure that you have read everything and always bring like a printed copy of the policy. Just print it out, the fine details, print them out. So if you do get in destination and something occurs and you need to contact the insurance company to file a claim, or even having to contact your travel advisor if you have one, it's always good to have that information on hand so you can instantly say, okay, this is what happened. This is what we need to do. This is who I need to talk to. So you can handle it. And even if you have an agent, they should probably have the policy, but just in case for some reason they don't have that information, it's good if you have it and you can just say, hey, here's the number. This is what happened. Can you take care of it for me? And they'll handle it. All right. So that's my tip. Thank you guys for listening. Um, Thank you for the support, and I will do my best to support everybody else in the group as well.